first of all, I go and I buy a coupling, just PVC pipe coupling. There's a white one, there's a black one. The black one is a little thicker. I cut it in half. I just ground down the edges so it was smooth, so it doesn't rub up against my wetsuit. And then I drilled a hole just off center. It has this ridge in here, so I just kind of took my razor blade, X-Acto knife, and just cut that out. I'll show you why. Well, you have one coupling, you get two sleeves. One, it's good in case you break one, so you have another. Here's the hardware. You have a bolt, a bunch of washers. This is just a spacer. There's not a right or wrong way to make this. This is just how I decided to make it. A lock washer and a nut. Now, I got all this at the hardware store. This is pretty much just a Velcro strap. I bought that at the hardware store as well. It didn't come with the rivets in it. I put those in myself. It's really easy. I used the rivets because the way the Velcro strap came, it wasn't designed to loop through like this and Velcro back. This part here was flipped around the other way, and it just was very inconvenient, so that's why I used the rivets to reattach it the other way. Basically, just find any Velcro strap any way you can make it. It's not really right or wrong. I basically just used the rivets so I could fold the end over, make it the length I wanted. They also sell rivets at the hardware store. All you really need is a hammer. Everything else comes in the pack with the rivets. What I did was I just had a wood or a solder iron, and I just melted a hole through where I wanted the rivet, put the two pieces of the rivet in there, and then it all comes with what you need. You take a hammer and just hammer the rivet in. It's really easy. Even if you need any questions, you can ask anyone at the hardware store how to use rivets. That's how I did it. These are brass, they won't ever rust. Okay, that said, this is my GoPro HD camera. When it comes, it came attached to this. Now there are mounts that you can buy, or it comes with your camera, and that clips in there. And originally, it has this screwed into the side and secures it. Also, with my HD camera, since this was the helmet mount camera, it came with a bunch of different mounts. One which was this 90-degree angle arm, which is really important for this mount I made. Now this angle arm has the same type of screw on it. However, this is shorter than this one, so for the sake of my mount, if you use this one, it hits the bottom of the housing when you screw it in. So I just took that one off, took this one out because it's longer, you're not going to use that, and I replaced it on here. So for example, put the camera in here. There. See, this isn't, as you turn it, it's not hitting the camera. So I took the pipe coupling, just drilled a hole. I mean, if you want to put it right in center and scrape all that away, that's up to you. Whatever, I just wanted to scrape a little bit away, so I just put a little off center. Get a bolt, a washer, and push it through. It's really important. The size of the hole needs to be pretty much exactly the same size as your bolt. And also this bolt, it's important that it's the same size as the holes on this mount. So you don't want any play. Well, after I put the bolt through like that, I had predetermined where I wanted to mount this on this band I made. So basically, that's what I do right like that. I used opposed to the previous mount I had, it broke because I had cut slots, one here and one on the other side, and I had the band feeding through those slots. And what happened was, for whatever reason, the pipe broke. So this is a lot better, it's a lot stronger to just have it go through like that. Put this big washer on top. Just gives it a lot of sandwich power, I call it. Just hold that band on there. I may be using too many washers or whatnot, but that's just me. That's, you know, put the spacer on there. That's the spacer is to just keep this mount up off of here. Just puts it up a little higher. You know, I don't know, it's maybe a 1/2 inch spacer. If they get them bigger, great. It just depends on how long your bolt is. Put another washer on that. Now this part, because you have a space in here, you don't want to tighten it down and snap these plastic pieces off. So I took 3 little washers and I feed them into that space. So once those are in there, that way when you tighten it down, it's not going to break off the plastic arms. Put that onto the bolt there, just like that. Another washer. This is a lock washer. It's cut. Put that on there. And just a nut. Really easy. I don't ever take a screwdriver and tighten it down so tight that I won't ever be able to move it, and I'll show you why. I just hand tighten it. I mean, you can get a screwdriver if you want, but the thing is, when I'm free diving and I have my arm in here, I find that if you mount it on your arm here, I use a pull spear. This inhibits my gripping power and it tires my muscles out. So I actually pull it up higher right by my bicep. It stays there just fine, but it does not restrict my gripping power, the muscles that, you know, force my grip. Now, while you're diving, you don't want it super tight because you want to be able to look at your camera and swivel it and see if it's on or off, or if you're recording or not. Then you can turn it right back around. Now I love this mount because I can adjust, you can swivel it, tilt it front to back, or left to right. Pretty much any direction you want to go. Alright, and that's it.